Today we are going to see a working capital calculation of Gloucester Limited. Okay, and the last video or last calculations we have done operating cycle calculations, correct? And in the operating cycles we have calculated how many days operating cycle is Gloucester India Limited is having. Okay, so there is a one small change in average collection period calculation part as well as the average payment period calculation part. If you are using the same Excel for your calculation, please check a new updated Excel which I have uploaded in Edmodo class. So you will not be having the same error in your calculation. Okay. So now today we are going to see the working capital of Gloucester India Limited. And for this particular calculation, I will suggest you go with the stand-alone balance sheet of a company. Okay. And here in a standalone balance sheet, whatever the data is given for working capital, the same data I will copy here in Excel. Okay. In problems, what we used to do, we used to calculate current assets and the current liability on the basis of given data. But here in this particular balance sheet, all the current assets and the current liabilities are already given. If you see in 2019-20, this is a standalone balance sheet in front of you. Okay. And if you see, all the current assets are already given in front of you with the total. Okay. So as it is, you have to copy. As it is, you have to copy in Excel. Okay. You can see I have did the same. Okay. I will show you parallelly in front of you. First, you have to prepare a format. Okay, year, then 5 years, you will be having 5 years data, correct? You will be having here 2015-16 also, correct? You will be having this way, correct? I am having a 4 years data, that's why I am calculating 4 years calculations. Okay, so here when you are calculating this, so what you have to do, first of all, copy this particular titles of a balance sheet which are given in your company's balance sheet. You can see the same I have did, the inventories, then financial assets, then investment, trade receivable, cash and cash equivalent, bank and others, then loans, other financial assets, current assets, other current assets, and then the total current assets. So in place of total current asset, I am using a name as a gross working capital. If you are able to remember, I told you in working capital, we call total of a current assets as a gross working capital. Okay, so that's why I have given the name here, gross working capital. Okay, done. Then what you have to do, you have to copy given the data in rupees and lakhs. Okay, the same you can see 11613.52 for the inventory. This information is given, same I have copied here. Same way you have to copy for investment, then your trade receivables, then your cash equivalents, then your this bank balance, loans, then other financials. You can see each and every amount as it is I have copied here. Okay, it is last amount is 851.89, correct? The same I have mentioned here. Okay, same amount I am writing here. Then at the end, for calculating a gross working capital, I will suggest you please use a sum function. Please use a sum function. So it will make a total of all the data which you have insert in Excel. Okay. And secondly, when you're copying, sometimes what happens, that is going to be copied as a text. It is not going to be used for arithmetical use. So that's why I will suggest you use the sum function, so you are able to understand something missing or not, whether the number is in number form or not. Okay, then same way you have to copy for the next 2 years. In the one financial year of 2019-20, I got the data for the 2 years financials data. The same I have copied here. You can see the 29,610.35. Same I have done for means if for the 2018-19 also. Okay, done. So this is the current assets data. In this way you have to take it from your the last year data also. Okay, this is the 2018 balance sheet, and from the 2018 also I have copied the same. You can see this is 851,244 4683 655 23 24.59. Okay, same way. Okay, so you have to copy from the all the balance sheets this current assets, and name should be given of for the total current assets as a gross working capital. Done. Next part of our working capital is what? Current liabilities. So here same way again, and this current liabilities and my balance sheet of stand alone, here it is given in the liability part, they will be having two portion, non-current liabilities, and second one is a current liability. I'm going to use the current liability portion. Okay, I'm going to use the data from the current liability. So here is the current liability, and first, as I told you earlier, same way you have to copy first of all title as it is, which is given in your balance sheet. Okay, so here you can see the same. I have copied the title. First one is financial liability, first one is borrowings, then trade payable. In trade payable, they have given two categories, so I have mentioned two. If it is given in your balance sheet one, you can take one. Okay, then other financial liabilities, other current liabilities, provision, and other tax liabilities. So you can see even afterward I have copied the amounts also. 2622.32, then it is a 2.984, then it is a 983.38. In this way I have copied for the 2019-20 all the data of current liabilities in a Excel. Same way for the our 2018 year also I have done. Okay, then here the total, I will suggest you for the current liability also use the sum function of Excel. Okay, so you are able to understand the data is correct or not. Once you have inserted both the data of a current assets and the current liability, once you are done with the both the data of a current assets and the current liability totaling up, then we have to calculate the net working capital. Okay, we have to calculate the net working capital. The net working capital means what? Your gross working capital, from that you have to minus a total current liability. So this amount is showing your net working capital. So sometime as I told you in a class, there is a positive and negative working capital. Okay, WC. So here you have to see that whether you are having a positive or negative working capital, this you have to see. Okay, here you will see for my Gloucester Limited company, net working capital is coming positive. It means company is having sufficient current assets to cover current liabilities. Okay, this is nothing but what the interpretations you have to write at the end of this particular working capital statement. Secondly, you have to see that whether the working capital is increasing year on year or decreasing year on year, the trend analysis. Okay, so here you will see the trend is showing that it is working capital is increasing. The working capital is increasing because you can see it is a 10, then it is 18, 23, and 22. It is increasing, but slightly it is decreasing in the year of 2019-20. Okay, so this is nothing but the your interpretation. Okay, this is nothing but the interpretation. See, you have to write 2 points after this working capital statement preparation. One point is regarding how is your overall working capital for the last 5 years for that company. Here for the Gloucester India Limited company, the working capital is positive. It means or it shows that company is having sufficient current assets to cover their current liabilities. Okay, so it is a good sign for the Gloucester India Limited. Second part, second interpretation, we have to write a trend analysis of working capital. So I am going to see amount that net working capital, how it is showing, like whether it is having a increasing numbers in or decreasing numbers, or in any year it is decrease or it is fluctuating. That trend you have to see and write in an interpretation. So here you can see for the Gloucester India, it is increasing trend up to the 2018-19, but in 19-20, it is slightly decrease. It is slightly decrease. Okay. Done up to this. Then when you are saying a decrease word, then you have to justify how much it is decreased. Okay, so here you will see I have done a difference in the net working capital. So how to calculate that difference in working capital, I will just show you here. That what I did, I have compared both the year, means this year I have minus this year net working capital. So I'm able to see that how much is rupees, around 1 crore. Here you can see I have done the calculations also, that 1 crore 47 lakh 99,000 rupees net working capital is decreased. Same way here 2018 minus 2017 working capital. Same way here you can see this year minus this year. Okay, so in this way I'm able to see the 3 years difference. You will be having 4 years, okay, because you will be having fifth year to consider, correct? So for the last year you are not able to able to calculate the difference of net working capital. So this net working capital shows me how much is the difference is coming. You can calculate the percentage, and you can tell in your interpretation you can write that how much percentage of decrease happen in the particular year, or how much percentage of increase happen in the particular year. Okay, and as you have done already company analysis, okay, as you in a first mid, you people have done a analysis of company, that whatever their future and the current prospectus of a company. So on the basis of that, if you are able to justify your answer that why this working capital is increased in a year, or why it may be the decrease in a year. Okay, if you are able to justify, please write that as an interpretation, because it will be having a linking. So this is nothing but a working capital calculation for the Glostil Limited company. The same way you have to calculate. Okay, in the next video you will see what are the different ratios we can calculate on the basis of working capital, and other ratios which we can calculate for the finding the analysis. How is the profitability of an organization, how is their particular financial position of a organization. Okay, thank you.